Hey everybody, welcome. This is No Bones About Wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, Asa. Hi. And this is AEW Weekly, where I'm going to be joined by my co-host Switch very soon here. We go through Dynamite, Collision, Fairway to Hell. We're going to talk about the matches, give our ratings for the matches. We're going to discuss some AEW topics. We're going to do our top 5 ratings. And here is Switch. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me okay?
Yep. How you doing?
Sweet. Doing good. How about yourself?
Tired but good. We're not gonna do a watch along tonight. I'm too tired.
It's all good, bro. We got JCW tomorrow night.
Yep. But yeah, as I was saying, we're gonna do our top 5 ratings. We're gonna do a brief Double or Nothing preview and a brief preview of what Dynamite has on tap tonight. But let's get it started with the TV wrap up from this past week. We had Dynamite May 6th in North Charleston, South Carolina. Show opened up with a Continental title eliminator match, meaning if the challenger went the time limit or won the match, he would get a title shot. And the champion, John Moxley, beat Juice Robinson, who was accompanied by Ace Austin and the Guns. Juice passed out in Moxley's chokehold. I thought it was a pretty good match. I gave it 4.5 bones out of 5.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match too, man. I gave it 4 bones. Real quick, Eric saying hello. What's up, Eric? Welcome in.
What's up, Eric? Then we had a double Jeopardy match where the winners team would get a shot at the losers team's titles. And Orange Cassidy, who was accompanied by a lot of people, accompanied by Cope, the Young Bucks, Christian Cage, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. Orange Cassidy beat Dax Harwood. Dax was accompanied by RPG Vice, Ciampa, Wheeler Yuta, the Dogs, and Stoke. And so 2 members of the conglomeration now get a shot at FTR's World Tag Team titles. And I thought that was another really good match. I gave that 4.5 bones out of 5.
I gave that 4.5 bones too. I really, really hope it's O'Reilly and Roderick. It has to be.
That's what Wolf said, so I'm going to believe it. So, I never heard where they said that, but that's what Wolf told us.
Okay.
Then we had an international title match. Kazuchika Okada, accompanied by Don Callis and Lance Archer. He successfully defended his belt against Brian Keith, who returned with a very interesting haircut. I gave that match 4 bones out of 5.
I also gave it 4 bones out of 5. Brian Keith with the high top fade and the rat tail, like
the off-centered rat tail.
It was.
I don't know what that was about. Then we saw Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander. They beat Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron. Shida hit a Falcon Arrow on Cameron and pinned her. I gave this 3.5 bones out of 5.
I gave it 3 bones out of 5.
And then we saw a very good match. The main event on Dynamite, the world champion Darby Allin successfully defended against the TNT champion Kevin Knight. Darby hit 2 coffin drops and got the pin. I gave that 4.5 bones out of 5.
I also gave that 4.5 bones. Kevin Knight has been awesome, man.
Yeah, he's been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, good episode of Dynamite, and Sting came out and kind of celebrated with Darby after the match, so that was cool to see.
Yeah.
And then Collision started immediately after that. And it started off with Speedball Mike Bailey. He beat AR Fox. He hit him with the backflip knees to the back from the middle rope for the pin. I gave that match 4 bones out of 5.
I gave it 4 bones out of 5 too. AR Fox is so good. I wish he had more of a role, but I guess it's really no stories to tell with him, but he is so good in the ring.
He's very good. He always loses though, man.
Yeah.
Always loses. But yeah, he's great. Then we saw Jamie Hayter beat Sky Blue after hitting the Haterade. Wasn't much to this match. I gave it 2.5 bones out of 5.
I gave it 2. I don't know what they're doing. It was like at one point the women's division was on the rise, and now I just feel like it's maybe not coming down, but it's plateaued.
Yeah. Stagnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we saw Roosh. He squashed Manny Low. He hit him with, "You mess with the bull, you get the irons." And in the main event of Collision, the Young Bucks, Ace Austin, and the Guns beat Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, and the Dogs. Ace Austin pinned Yuta after hitting a flipping neck breaker. Gave that match 4 bones out of 5.
I also gave it 4 bones out of 5. I enjoyed that.
So what do you think was the best match? Well, we're not done yet, so never mind. I was going to say what was the best match this week, but we still had Fairway to Hell, which was May 9th in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Opened up with a national title match. We saw Mark Davis accompanied by Don Callis. Davis won the title from Jack Perry. Ricochet interfered with a golf club, and then Davis hit Perry with a pile driver and got the pin. I gave that 4 bones out of 5.
I gave it 4 bones too, and it would have got a half a bone if I didn't get the interference, because this was a good match too.
Yeah. Then we saw a non-title eliminator 5-minute challenge, so 5-minute time limit match. Saw the women's tag champs Divine Dominion. Excuse me. They beat Ruthie Slay and Rachel Lay in a squash match.
Yep.
Then we saw, excuse me, then we saw Speedball Mike Bailey. Excuse me. Saw Speedball Mike Bailey. He pinned Kieran Gray. He hit the backflip knees to the backflip knees to the back from the top rope, and got the win. That was a squash. And the main event of Fairway to Hell, we saw the world champion Darby Allin defend against Pac in a no countouts match, which gave them an excuse to roam all around this golf hole they had there. And Pac threw Darby Allin off the balcony through 4 tables. But it ended. Darby kicked Pac in the balls, hit him with the belt, and hit a coffin drop and got the pin and the win. Gave that match 4 bones out of 5.
I also gave that 4 bones out of 5.
So what do you think was the best match last week? Like Darby and Kevin Knight, or what?
I'm gonna probably go with Darby and Kevin Knight, although Darby and Pac, I loved it because it was different. When have we ever seen a fight on a freaking golf course, you know?
Yeah,
and it was I just loved the way it looked. But as far as match, I'm gonna have to go with Darby and Knight.
I didn't like the golf setting as much as a lot of people seem to. I did.
The setting I didn't care for, but once it came to the actual match and them utilizing the golf course, I like that. I like seeing them, like he did the Canadian Destroyer into the daggone sand jump. Pac did a backflip toss to Darby into the sand. So I did like that. It was different for a DQ match. But as far as match overall, like I said, Kevin Knight has been killing it lately. And just, I'm have to go with that for my match of the week.
Gotcha. And we didn't do a match of the week last week, but that's something we usually do here. All right, now we got some stuff to discuss. I don't think tonight's show is going to be quite as long as last week's, mostly because I'm exhausted. Like for real, I got up at 5:15. I didn't take a nap or anything. I'm tired.
I see it in you, man. You look out of it.
Yeah, I'm tired, man. All right, so according to Fightful Select, every AEW source to whom they've spoken is pushing for AEW to sign the New Day. So I'll ask, 1, will it really happen? And 2, how will they fit in?
I believe it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen just for the simple fact that they want to have a match with the Bucks. You can do a match with the Bucks. They can have a match with FTR. You still got Christian and Cope there, Barton. They don't lose their match where they have to split up. Right. So it's going to happen. Just, they got to wait for that clause unless they can get out of that thing. Was it the 90-day no compete clause?
Right.
Yeah, so I can see that now. How they're going to use them, I honestly do not know. Like I said, I would love for them to come in and be heels because they didn't really get to go all out with their heel run that they was getting ready to do in WWE, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And I could see them doing that, but if Hurt Syndicate was really a heel faction, I would love to see them over there, or I would love to see them be henchmen for MJF.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week. I think that would be great. And I
That
guess, they're I assume they're not going to be Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. So I don't know what their names will be. You were saying maybe Woods will go back to being Consequences Creed. Maybe he'll be, what was it, Austin Creed?
Austin Creed,
Is
you
that
could
one of
do
his
that.
names?
I could think. I'm not sure. I remember the Consequences Creed. Somebody online had said Kofi King Son. But Kofi could just go. He could probably just go with Kofi if he wanted to. But who knows, man? Who
It'll be
knows?
interesting.
I don't think it's gonna matter what you call them guys. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember when Edge came in. All I could see in Edge was Edge being Edge. But now, it's Coat.
Right. Yeah, I mean, will it happen? I think it will. I definitely see them going to AEW. There's just, that's where they belong. They don't belong they're above TNA. In their characters and their careers and their in-ring ability, they're above TNA. So I see them going to AEW. How will they fit in? Like I said, it'll be interesting. Are we going to see them try to be heels? Are we going to see them? It seems like maybe they've done the happy and playful thing. I think we'll get maybe a more serious edge to them if they come to AEW.
We need it.
So I think they'll fit in just fine. I mean, they're great wrestlers. Let's see. Eric says might be the badass day. But yeah, I think they'll fit in well, and I'm just interested to see what they actually end up doing with them. Yeah.
Facts.
All right. Tekla re-signed with AEW. She said the company is, quote, a perfect fit, which I agree with. She credits the locker room atmosphere and Tony Khan's leadership. And I don't really have a lot to say about that. I just kind of wanted to share that. And I won't say who, but a friend of mine who is a wrestler said that he had a friend backstage at a Dynamite, and he said it's just chaos. It's like totally disorganized. The wrestlers run the ship. It's not like WWE under Vince McMahon or something, where everything is set, everybody knows their places, what's going on, and all that. He said it's just totally disorganized, and somehow they end up getting a show out of it.
And this is AEW.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And he said, same guy said that back in the day when AEW had like Dean Malenko there and Jerry Lynn, and I forget who else they had as producers, coaches. They're called producers though, because they produce the matches.
I think Arn was there for a little bit too.
Correct. That's what I was trying to think of. Arn Anderson. The producers would tell, some of these younger guys and gals how to do the match. And then they would go out there and just do their own thing. These are people you should listen to. Malenko, Jerry Lynn, Arn Anderson. These are people who know what they're doing.
Exactly.
But they would just ignore them, which I think is why they're all gone, because they were like, nobody's going to fucking listen to me. Why do I want to be here, But that's just an insight I got into the backstage of an AEW show, talking to someone today.
Word.
All right, squash matches. We saw a couple of them on Collision. We'll see them pretty regularly on Collision and on Dynamite. Do you think they should still exist?
No.
No.
And emphatic An emphatic no, especially when your roster is so big.
Yeah.
Like, why is Roosh having 3 squash matches in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Put this guy in a story that is meaningful. 3 weeks, like, what are we doing? Then you got the Divine Dominion doing their 5. We all knew them girls weren't gonna last no 5 minutes with them big girls.
Right.
Why are we doing squash matches? I don't understand. Why are we doing so many of them?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Get rid of it. We don't need it. Use that time for something meaningful. Enhance a storyline somewhere. I don't care. It's the squash matches are what, 2-3 minutes?
Yeah.
People do promos that are meaningful within 2 minutes.
Right.
Make that time count. Get rid of the squash matches.
Now, see, I'm going to disagree with you here, but I'll tell you, I think there should still be squash matches, but
why?
Well, I'm going to tell you, because I think sometimes it's important to show how good someone is, like how skilled they are, how powerful they are, how fast they are, whatever it is you're trying to get over about their character, and to do it in such a dominating way that you don't want to do it against another member of the roster.
Okay.
You know, now I don't need to see it every week. I don't need to see 2 every week. I don't need to see Roosh in a squash match every single week. Because like you said, do it now. So we can have a squash match, but like you said, a squash match can be meaningful if we don't have 2 a week. If we have it every once in a while, like, you know, for instance, have just Brian Cage versus some get some other big guy, some no-name big guy, and have him just beat his ass just to, you know, reinstill how powerful Brian Cage is, how much he can kick your ass in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, you know? But like I said, I don't need to see it every week.
I can get with that. But I think my frustration comes from, like I said, seeing it every week.
Yeah.
Every week, you know? And like you said, them big guys, that's what the squash matches was usually always for. Them big, massive, strong guys. Like you said, you want to let Brian Cage do a squash match? Fine, let him do one. Warlow, big motherfucker, let him do one, you know?
Right.
But not do one week. I don't want to see another squash match for another month.
Yeah. I think that'd be about right. Yeah. Use it sparingly so that when someone loses in 2 minutes, it's like, holy shit, he beat him in 2 minutes.
Exactly.
You know?
Eric Tate says, how come WWF Superstars and Challenge had them matches? See, that was a different time back then, though.
Right. So part of it was just what I was talking about, was the appeal. You're building these stars by having them show off their moveset, having them show off their strength and intensity, so that when they do fight another roster member, another like real wrestler, that it's more, makes it more meaningful, because you've seen both of them over the last month or whatever. You've seen both of them, you know, just kicking people's asses. So it's like, man, how can he lose? And then you see the other guy beating up enhancement talent, and it's like, well, fuck, how can he lose? You know, and plus, like Switch said, it was a different time when, you know, wrestlers were built up differently. And back then, of course, a big part of squash matches was to show off the wrestler's finisher. That's back in the day when a finisher was a finisher. You hit it, the match is over.
Done.
Which I want us to return to. I don't like this kicking out of each other's finisher all the time. You know, that should be, it's your finisher because it ends the match.
Yep.
And that should be part of your opponent. Part of their defensive style during the match is trying to avoid your finisher, because they know once you hit it, it's a wrap. But yeah, that's why we used to have them. Plus, back then in the WWF, those guys were wrestling like 350 days a year and shit. And WWF would run, you know, 2 shows a day sometimes.
Sometimes 3 on the weekends.
Right. So just stretching out the roster some was another reason why you would have enhancement talent back then. But yeah, that's, the business has changed, and like Switch said, another reason not to have them, especially in AEW, their roster is stacked. They have the best roster in the last 20 years of wrestling, I think. Overall.
I can get with that.
And you could maybe even say longer, but definitely the last 20 years of wrestling.
Definitely.
They're so deep. They really don't need to be doing squash matches too much, if at all. Yeah. All right. So this match, let's see. Eric says 1-2-3 Kid beat Razor in '93. That's true. Yeah, and that was another thing. 1-2-3 Kid. Well, but then he was called the Lightning Kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he beat Razor Ramon in what looked like it was going to be a squash match. Here comes this scrawny, 18, however old he was, 19, 20-year-old kid, scrawny kid, beats Razor Ramon and gets the nickname, the 1-2-3 Kid. But there's a good reason to have squash matches, because then when somebody does win one like that, you make a star immediately.
Yeah.
But again, don't do it every week. Don't do 2 every week, man. That's a waste of time. And especially another reason not to do them. I'm kind of arguing with myself now, but another reason not to do them too much. Media, like people's eyeballs are at a premium nowadays. You know what I mean? We got video games, we got streaming, we got cell phones, we got 500 fucking TV channels.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not competing against 20 channels anymore. You're competing against everything in the history of the world is at our fingertips.
Yeah, you're competing against screens.
Yeah, so why do I want to watch? I could be doing anything else. Why do I want to watch a 3-minute squash match? So there's another reason not, and how times have changed. But I get nostalgia going back and watching those 90s, like WWF and WCW squash matches. That's how I grew up watching wrestling. Half the show was squash matches,
Yeah, and then the main event would be 2 actual name wrestlers,
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, here's a question. People are acting like this match is one more thing from Eric. Says, yeah, WWF tapings were once a month. Yeah. They used to have these marathon taping days where they would tape multiple TV shows in a day. Just wear the crowd out, but you got your money's worth.
Yeah, but also to go back to the squash matches from back in the day, they wasn't necessarily squash matches. They would get a little time in them Jones. The person might not get a whole lot of offense, but you would see the superstar do a lot of different stuff, and it wouldn't just be a minute and 30-second match.
True. And that's how to do a squash match. You don't make it 2 minutes. What's the point? The point is to show off the superstar, show off the wrestler. So let them get their shit in. Don't rush it. Let the other guy get some stuff in too, And that's the way squash matches used to be. Like Switch said, they would be 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long. And we knew who was going to win, but that's because they were the more skilled wrestler in the story,
Yeah, but we got more action.
And we got more action out of it. Right. Yeah, good call. So a lot of people are acting like this match is official already. It is not. It looks like it's what's going to happen, but it's not official yet. People are talking about the main event of Double or Nothing on the 24th, having Darby Allin put his world title on the line against MJF's hair. Now, it's not official yet. MJF, I believe, is going to give his answer tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, Switch, will MJF put his hair on the line for a shot at the title?
Yes, he will put his hair on the line for the shot at the title because it's money. It's a money match. Money match. I'm going to save who I think is going to win till we do a prediction show. If we do a prediction show,
we definitely
but I will say that this match is going down.
Okay. I think he will. I agree. I think he will put his hair on the line. Let me ask you, do you think that hair's real? I don't think that's real.
I mean, they've been hinting to that thing not being real, so it might not be.
I've looked at hairline before, and then after, I forget exactly what year it was, but his hairline moved forward.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's real hair from somewhere else. I don't know if it's synthetic hair.
It ain't natural though.
It's not natural, right? So it's not natural. Definitely not. So if he does put his hair on the line, given that it's not natural, he's not going to lose it. Then he's not cutting that shit. I mean, that had to be expensive, you know?
Hey,
I don't know what the process is. Like, can he grow hair now, or is he just stuck? That's the hair he has. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about hair replacement.
Well,
Except that motherfucker had his hair replaced.
Yeah, Darby was talking shit, saying he had to go to a different country to get whatever treatment or surgery he had to do for that hair, and it was expensive. So, hey, I mean, it looks good. Looks good. We're second guessing it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch early AEW and compare the Jones.
Yeah. But yeah, does it grow? That's a good question. I don't know. If we have any hair transplant viewers in the audience, let us know.
Because I wanted to say after the whole thing with Adam Cole, I think that's when his hair started looking different.
Yeah.
After the storyline with Adam Cole and he finally came back, I think that's when it started looking different, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I don't remember exactly when it was. I'll take your word for it. But whatever. Something happened. He had something done. So I don't see him shaving it off. I see if this match is happening, I think MJF is winning the belt back.
Okay.
And we were talking last week, looking way ahead to All In August. You know, I think the money match is Ospreay versus MJF for the world title at All In. I mean, to me, that's your best face and your best heel. To me, do that at your biggest show of the year. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think on that one?
For me, it all depends on how they do this Ospreay and Death Riders thing.
Right.
That's what it all depends on. I think Ospreay is scheduled to. He might be wrestling tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
He's wrestling Ace Austin tonight.
Yeah, so he's clear for the night, which is crazy because Ace Austin is a face. You know, I know Ospreay is still a face. And he did say he has no desire to be part of the Death Riders, but that match at All In all depends on what they do with Ospreay going forward.
Yeah. Well, he has been training with the Death Riders,
which I'm expecting him to have. I'm expecting to see a different wrestling style from Ospreay tonight.
I think we will see.
And that's probably what I'm most interested in for the night. To see his in-ring work, see what he does.
Yeah, it'll be one of the more interesting parts of the show. And folks, like I said earlier, we're not doing a watch along tonight. I hate to cancel it, but I'm just exhausted, tired, so I'm sorry. But it does look like a great show. It's from Asheville, North Carolina. I debated going. It's about 3 hours away, and I was just like, that's too late. I mean, I wouldn't get home, till 1:30,
2 o'clock.
Yeah. So nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Eric Tate also saying, do you think AEW is watered down? The AEW title every week is defended, you mean?
Yeah, I think he's asking, is Darby defending the belt too much?
For me, I'm not mad at it because it's a different change of pace.
Yeah,
I like seeing the world title on like the regular shows and not necessarily a pay-per-view.
Right.
And Asa had alluded to it last week and a few weeks ago, more title changes. I mean, you have the opportunity to have a title change on these shows, just having that belt on there. And that's something that intrigues me. So I don't mind it right now, especially with Darby and the kind of character that he is. I want to defend this thing. That's the type of character he is. With MJF, you're not going to get that every week. He ain't trying to defend that belt every week, but this fits Darby's character.
Yeah, exactly. If every champion defended it every week, the belt would be watered down. I agree with that. I mean, you have a world title match every single week. It doesn't mean as much. But like you just said, it's Darby's character. He's a fighting champion. He's gonna, he's gonna do it till the doors fall off. He's gonna defend it as much as he can. So it fits his character. And we're seeing some people get shots at the belt. You know, Kevin Knight, Konosuke Takeshita has a world title shot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, I know they're doing Darby and MJF probably Double or Nothing, but even still, I said give Takeshita the belt. Why the fuck not? Give him a world title reign. Give me a title change on television. Show me you're not predictable.
I've been said that boy should have been a world champ, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah. Give him the belt. Why not? You know, give me another title change on TV. I love it because AEW doesn't do enough title changes on TV. They wait till pay-per-views, and if you do more title changes on TV, your ratings are going to go back up. You just make the show less predictable. People will feel like they can't miss it. But when you don't do title changes on cable TV, people feel like they can miss it and they're not going to miss anything, you know?
Exactly.
All right, here.
Is that my little sis back there?
Yep, okay, fabulous. Feeding the doggy.
The great one.
AEW has filed a lawsuit against Triller TV and its parent company, alleging that they are owed just under $5 million in unpaid revenue from pay-per-view sales and from proceeds for the AEW Plus subscription service. Just some news. I don't have much to say about it.
Me neither, but that is crazy, though.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So I assume they're no longer affiliated with Triller TV, I guess.
Which I don't think they don't need it.
Yeah, no.
They don't need it.
But that's who JCW did Stranglemania through, was Triller TV, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And last topic here, unless you want to throw one out. The rumor, I was reading about this today. Swerve Strickland has been off TV lately. You know, the only time we've seen him was in a brief vignette, about a 1 minute long vignette he did, kind of challenging Bandito. And that was weeks ago. The rumor is he's been off of TV lately because there's some conflict between him and the AEW creative team. And this is supposedly why the Swerve Strickland Kenny Omega feud didn't progress like it was planned to. What would you do with Swerve right now? Because he's not doing anything. They set this thing up with Bandito and haven't done anything about it since then. What would you do with him?
Well, on another note, today he put up a brief video about everything that was going on, and he was saying how management has been keeping him away from AEW. He said he's not going to be there tonight. I don't know. The video kind of came off like a promo towards the end, and he was saying that they don't want me to come there and be dangerous and hurting people. I need to be back there hurting people. So it kind of read like a promo to me. But
it sounds like they're turning a shoot into a work.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it seems like. But like I said last week, I know everybody is high on Bandito. I like him, but I'm not there with him. And I just feel like that is beneath Swerve, especially with the way that the Kenny thing just like abruptly just
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. What is there to do with him right now? Hangman's gone. He doesn't really need to be in the world title picture right now because he was in that picture for like a good year and some change. Mm-hmm. I feel he needs to work his way back up. Plus, AEW needs to build more people to compete for. That's why I said Okada needs to be in there. Takeshita needs to be in there. If my boy Kyle Fletcher was there, he needs to be in that picture. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know what he could do. Other than maybe I want to throw everybody into the Hurt Syndicate, but I want the Hurt Syndicate to be heels. Go let him be over there with the Hurt Syndicate, make them heels, and try to do something with that, But other than that, I have no idea, bro.
That would be interesting. See him in the Hurt Syndicate. See, more of his heelish side. Yeah, and and he could help establish them more as heels. He's a better actor than anybody else than anybody in the Hurt Syndicate right now.
Yeah, and I'm convinced that they're not gonna let Bobby be a world champion in AEW. So establish him and what you call it as a tag team again. Let them be a tag team, and then
Shelton,
Shelton. Let Shelton and Bobby be a tag team, and let Swerve go for the world title when that time comes. But that's what I feel. Or you can have another trios team right there.
Yeah, or what about maybe Swerve going in the Owen Hart Cup?
I expect them to. I think we get brackets tonight for that.
Correct.
I think we get brackets tonight for that. But the only thing that would make me happy for the Owen Hart Cup is Jeff being in it and winning it.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
That's the only thing that I want this Owen Hart Cup to be. But yeah.
What is the winner gets a world title shot, right?
Yeah, and Jeff doesn't even have to win it.
All in?
I
don't remember.
I don't remember, but I would love to see Jeff win the Owen Hart Cup. And I thought they just get a belt.
I don't remember.
Because I think the women had a belt and the men had a belt.
I know they get a belt, yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't remember if they got a title shot or not.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. I want Jeff to be able to honor Owen because him and Owen was so close. Jeff is on his last legs, let Jeff have a nice little run through this Owen Hart Cup, and it'll be a nice story, and I'll be happy with it. I guarantee you, we're gonna have good matches. All the tournaments I love the way AEW does their tournaments. They're always good matches, but that's what I would want to see.
All right. Folks, now it is time for the top 5.
Let's go.
The No Bones About Wrestling AEW Weekly Top 5. Every week we rank the top 5 men, the top 5 women, and the top 5 teams in AEW. We each submit our top 5. We fight about it. We insult each other's mothers. We cry, and eventually we come out with a cumulative top 5. So here are this week's rankings, and we're going to go with ladies first. Number 5. Back in the rankings, she is getting a world title shot at Double or Nothing, part of a 4-way match, Hikaru Shida. Number 4, back in the rankings, as also part of that world title match, and that is Chris Statlander. Number 3, down from number 2 last week, the TBS champion, Willow Nightingale. Number 2, she got a win over Sky Blue this past week. She is back in the top 5, and she is the 3rd challenger in that world title match at the pay-per-view, and that is Jamie Hayter at number 2. And number 1, the woman who just re-signed with AEW, same as last week, Tekla, the women's world champion.
The Toxic Spider.
One of our favorites, definitely. I love her. So number 1, Tekla. Number 2, Jamie Hayter. Number 3, Willow Nightingale. Number 4, Chris Statlander. Number 5, Hikaru Shida. All right, and for the teams, it's men, women, tag team, trios, all mixed together because they don't have enough teams in each division to do separate ratings, so we mix it all together.
That was smart too. That made it a whole lot easier, bro, because I was struggling trying to do that jump with just one on. That works.
So number 5, making their debut in the rankings, Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, who seem like they're breaking up 1 minute and then the next minute seem like they're not. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Weird.
Number 4, Mina Shirakawa, making their debut in the rankings, Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron, who actually lost to Shida and Statlander, but they're ranked higher than them, partly because you ranked them higher. That's how it worked out. So I don't know why you did that. Explain it.
Hold up. I got you.
Do we need to reverse it?
Let me make sure I had that right on here.
Okay.
Let me look.
Because I was going to ask you, and then I was like, no, he knows what he's doing.
Where is my list at? Documents. I had where did I have them at?
I'd have to look on my phone, and I'm using it
Okay,
to
okay,
record. You know?
all good. Documents.
But you definitely had Shirakawa and Cameron over Sheeta and Statlander. That's how they ended up above them. Was because you had them over them.
Oh, because I because I was adding other junks. I had Cope and Cage at 5.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really do nothing this week.
Right.
So I had them at 5, and I had Mean and Harley on there because they actually had a match. That's why.
But Sheeta and Statlander beat them.
Yeah. I just don't like Mean and
Okay, that's fair enough. I figured you knew what you were doing. I wasn't gonna. It's your vote.
I didn't feel like they was important enough, man.
But so Mina and Harley Cameron, number 4. Number 3, same spot as last week. The World Trios Champions, the conglomeration team of Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Orange Cassidy. Number 2, down from number 1 last week, mostly because they didn't have a match this week, and that's your World Tag Team Champions, FTR.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, making their debut in the top 5, the Women's World Tag Team Champions, who had that squash win on Collision, Divine Dominion. So number 1, Divine Dominion. Number 2, FTR. Number 3, the Conglomeration Trios team. Number 4, Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron. Number 5, Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, the men's top 5.
Big dogs.
And you and I, our top 5 votes were the exact same this week.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exact same. So number 5, making his debut in the top 5, he won 2 matches on TV this week, and that is Speedball Mike Bailey. Looked very good. He's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, the international champion, same spot as last week at number 4, Kazuchika Okada of the Callis family. Number 3, back in the top 5, the Continental Champion, John Moxley, who beat Juice Robinson in that Continental title eliminator match on Dynamite last week. Number 2, making his debut in the top 5, the new national champion, Mark Davis, who won the belt from Jungle Jack Perry on Collision. Or, no, excuse me, Fairway to Hell.
Fairway to Hell, yeah. I didn't see that coming.
No. The way they'd been doing those Jack Perry and Luchasaurus bust thing, I thought his national title reign was going to continue for a bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice surprise. Surprise. Davis is good, too.
Damn good, man. I wish that dude wouldn't have got hurt because they was a powerhouse tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Doyle.
Yeah. And number 1, same spot as last week, the world champion. He defended against Kevin Knight and Pac this week successfully.
Yep.
Darby Allin. So number 1, Darby Allin. Number 2, Mark Davis. Number 3, John Moxley. Number 4, Kazuchika Okada. And number 5, Speedball Mike Bailey. And those are your top 5 rankings for this week. All right, now we're going to talk briefly about the Double or Nothing card, which is getting filled out slowly but surely. Show is in 11 days from now. It's in Queens, New York. We've got Battle of Callis family members. We've got the international champ, Kazuchika Okada, defending against Konosuke Takeshita. So that should be a good one. Looking forward to that. It's a long time coming, you know.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that one.
Mm-hmm. We've got the World Tag Team title match. It's an I Quit match and a New York Street Fight. I think just because they wanted to call it a New York Street Fight. I mean, I Quit's already no DQ, so.
If they're in New York, you might as well.
Yeah. And if Cope and Cage lose, they can no longer team together. It's the champions FTR defending against Cope and Cage. We got a women's world title 4-way match. Tekla defends the belt against Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, and Jamie Hayter. And in a match that they put together this week, we got Stadium Stampede going on, which should be interesting. We got Chris Jericho Kenny Omega, Jungle Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks. That's a pretty good team. Going up against Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toa Leona, the national champ Mark Davis, and one member to be announced. So I'm not sure who that's going to be.
Okay, so they took the Hurt Syndicate out because they was talking earlier on some websites that I was looking at. They didn't know if they was just going to have a bunch of motherfuckers in this jump, being that Jack Perry added them and the Hurt Syndicate was going to be in there too. So that's official what they're going with right now?
That's what I read, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricochet, so the Demand, Mark Davis, and one to be announced. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and last but not least, Dynamite. It starts in just over an hour. It's in Asheville, North Carolina tonight. Kind of my neck of the woods, about 3 hours away. The main event, the world champ Darby Allin defends the title against the New Japan World Television champ Konosuke Takeshita, accompanied by Don Callis. Should be a hell of a match, you know?
Yeah, yep.
Should be a hell of a match.
Expect Darby to get thrown around a little bit to catch their strong ass.
Yeah. I say pull a surprise, give Takeshita the title and figure it out from there, but they're not going to do that. We're doing Darby and MJF, I know. Also tonight, we got the Owen Hart men's and women's brackets getting announced. I'm not sure when the tournament will actually start. Maybe next week. I don't know.
Maybe.
We have a women's trios match. We got the Triangle of Madness, Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue taking on Sheeta and the Brawling Birds. Sounds like it could be a very good match. We'll see. Like you said, the women's division could use a banger. They haven't had. It's been stagnant lately. Definitely,
it has, man. I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of star power or what, man. But it has been. It's like when Tony's off TV, it's like true.
Mm-hmm. And Tekla's still great. It's not her. It's not her fault.
It's not. But she needs some viable opponents to go against, man.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, the women's tag team is so new that I didn't agree with Jamie Hayter being in this thing. Her and that other girl, what's her name? Windsor.
Yeah.
They're a tag team. Let them be a tag team and go for some stuff because they're really the only two that I could see really that I could believe beating the Divine Dominion. Them girls are so damn dominant, you know?
Yeah. They need more women's tag teams. If you ask me, they never should have made the women's tag titles. I know it was a long time coming. They've been planning it for a long time. They need some more women's tag team. I mean, how many teams are there? There's the Brawling Birds, Divine Dominion, and then you can have two of the Triangle of Madness. We got three teams.
Sisters of Sins, yeah.
So we got 3 teams. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hammer and Shirakawa, Statlander and Sheeta, 5. That's not enough.
It's not, man.
That's not. They never should have had a women's tag titles. They already had a women's world and a TBS. They don't have enough women on the roster for 4 women to have belts, if you ask me. But
they should have established. And if they was going to do this, they should have established more women tag teams quicker.
Right. I mean, they still have time, but it doesn't seem like they're going to.
It doesn't.
Also tonight, as we mentioned before, MJF is responding to Darby Allin's challenge to put his hair on the line for a title shot at Double or Nothing. Cage and Cope, the Young Bucks, and 1/3 of the World Trios champs, Orange Cassidy, take on the World Tag Champs, FTR. They're teaming with the Dogs and Tommaso Ciampa in a big 10-man tag match. I assume that, that probably won't be the main event. I guess Darby and Takeshita will be the main event. Never mind. But that sounds like a good match. And what I think will probably be the match of the night is Will Ospreay and Ace Austin.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm very interested to see how they work together. And like Switch said, I think we're going to see a difference in Ospreay's wrestling style tonight, given that, in the story, he's been training with the Death Riders. And lastly, we have Kevin Knight, the TNT champion, is putting out an open challenge. So who do you want to see answer that?
Kevin Knight. And I don't know. Maybe Ricochet.
That'd be cool. All right,
I could go for that.
Yeah. He's not on the show elsewhere, so man, that'd be great. Yeah, man.
If not Ricochet, I know it would probably be another good match. Would be Shelton.
Okay, yeah, either of those would be good. And if they do Ricochet and Kevin Knight, that could end up being the match of the night too. You know. But yeah, folks, that is going to do it for AEW Weekly this week. Thank you for joining us. Last week's show is going to be available as audio only very soon. Tonight's show is going to be available audio only, hopefully today or tomorrow, very soon. And we're going to get it to where, like, the day of or the next day, they're all going to be available on Spotify, iTunes, all that. So you can listen to it if you don't want to watch us. Or if you need to hear all of our pearls of wisdom again, you can listen to us after you've watched us. So thank you for watching. And AEW Weekly, we do every Wednesday at 6. And tonight we are not doing an AEW Dynamite watch along. I'm going to bed pretty soon. I'm doing it sooner than AEW is going to be off the air. I'm going to bed. Right. But yeah, so we do have some other shows coming up. Let me tell you what's going on. Tomorrow night, 6:55, K-Fabulous Switch and I will be doing the JCW Lunacy watch along. Always the most unpredictable wrestling show of the week, and my personal favorite wrestling show every week, JCW. If you have not checked it out yet, check it out. Vince Russo is writing it. It is wild, it is unpredictable. And their world champion is a guy who does a Kane ripoff gimmick, and he wears black and white instead of black and red, and he's addicted to cocaine, and his name is Cocaine. So if that gives you any indication what JCW is like, there you go. Now,
and we got zombies, y'all.
We got zombies who are addicted to prescription pills and alcohol, and it's wild. It's a wild show. Wrestlers spinning pizzas during the middle of matches, all through the match, I mean.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are fighting you off only so they can try and go to sleep. A lot of crazy gimmicks, a lot of cool stories. And I found out I was talking to my friend, independent wrestler JP Lehman, and he was trained by Caleb Conley.
Wow.
I did not know that.
That's what's up.
And so interesting, real quick, I'll tell you, he said that, like, we had been talking for like 5 minutes, and he was like, in the 5 minutes, he was like, I've known Caleb Conley for 8 years. He's like, in the 5 minutes we've been sitting here, we've talked more than Caleb Conley and I have ever talked. He said he's a very, like, introverted guy. And he said because they're wrestling such like a here today, gone tomorrow business, such kind of like a flaky business, especially independent wrestling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He said Caleb Conley told him, he said, you know, whether he doesn't get to know people in the business because whether they're gone in 7 minutes, you know, 7 days, 7 years, they're going to be gone. So why make friends?
I feel him though.
That's fucked up, but whatever. But that's what Caleb Conley is like, apparently. But yeah, he trained.
I can see that too.
Yeah, he trained my friend JP Lehman, so that was cool to find out. But yeah, anyways, JCW Lunacy watch along 6:55 tomorrow. Next Tuesday nights we do a show called Tuesday Night Russo. We're going through the Vince Russo era of WWF. We started in December of '97. And we're now in March of 1998. And Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're doing a watch along of Raw is War from March 30th, 1998. It is the Raw the night after WrestleMania 14. Big Raw, one of the best Raws ever.
Yes.
We'll see what is Vince McMahon's reaction to Stone Cold being his new world champion. And we see the formation with Shawn Michaels retiring. We see the formation of the new D-Generation X. It's a big show. It's a big show, and it really starts leading WWF into what it's going to be over the next 2+ years. It's a that WrestleMania 14 and this Raw we're watching Tuesday are a big turning point in the company. You definitely want to check it out with us. There'll be me, Switch, and K Fabulous watching that with you. And again, that is Tuesday at 7. And next Wednesday at 6, we'll be right back here with AEW Weekly. And then next Wednesday at 7:55, we will be doing a Dynamite watch along. Oh, I meant to ask you something. Are you available Friday to do the Ring of Honor pay-per-view?
Ring of Honor?
Yeah, 7:00 Friday.
Friday at 7:00. This Friday?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I might not be. My daughter has a dance.
That's cool.
Oh no, at 7:00. Yeah. I should be here because I think she's getting picked up. So yeah, I should be straight.
Okay. So I left that off the schedule. Sorry, everybody, I forgot. Ring of Honor has a pay-per-view. I forget what it's called, but it's 7:00 on Friday, and I'm sure it's gonna be a hell of a show. Their pay-per-views usually are. We're gonna do a watch along for Ring of Honor, 7:00 Friday night. Actually, make it 6:55 Friday night.
Hell yeah!
If that schedule is not confusing enough, everything I just told you is going to be on our schedule on our X page. It's at No Bones Wrestling. That's at No Bones RASSLIN. Also, we're on YouTube, youtube.com/at No Bones About Wrestling. You can see everything we've ever done on there. And you can see our big interview from 2 weeks ago. Switch and I interviewed a creative legend in the business, Vince Russo, former writer of the WWF, WCW, TNA, current writer for JCW. He was a nice guy, very intelligent, very good interview, very good guest.
Yes.
It's about an hour-long interview. The audio's kind of fucked up for the first 5 minutes. You can hear it, but it's a little cracky, but it fixes itself. The rest of the interview was just fine.
Yep.
And it was very interesting. If you're interested in the wrestling business today and the past, it's worth watching, I think. And that you can find on our YouTube page, youtube.com/at No Bones About Wrestling. We're on TikTok at No Bones About Wrestling. And just once again, that schedule I just announced is going to be up on X at No Bones Wrestling. That's at No Bones RASSLIN. We do our live streams on X. I post our schedule on there. Every day I'll post retro wrestling memories and wrestling news. So X is a good way to keep up with us. I post a lot of stuff on there. Switch, you got anything you want to promote before we go?
Nah, I'm good. But I want to tell you, man, this morning, man, while I had my cup of coffee, I'm going to let y'all know. Every morning, I try to have my little wrestling time before I get my day started. I'm up at like 5:00 every morning. So I go to the bathroom, do my business, have my cup of coffee, sit down and do some wrestling, watch some kind of wrestling. And this morning I watched Biography, WWE Legends, and I got stuck on 3 episodes. The first episode is the Curse of the Von Erichs, part 1. The second one is part 2. It just came out like last week.
I heard about this.
The third episode, you're gonna like. It's about
Four
it's the 4 Horsemen. Yeah, that's nice. Biography, WWE Legends, and the 4 Horsemen one was good. The Von Erichs ones brought tears to my eyes. The 4 Horsemen one made me feel good, but I miss it. Just that whole style and everything. It brought back so many memories. So, bro, you're going to want to check those out.
No, I definitely will. I heard Dave Meltzer was talking about the Von Erichs episodes and how great they were. And I didn't know it was happening. I definitely am going to try and find them. Yeah.
Bro, I didn't either, man. I like I said, I listen to Jim Cornette sometimes in the morning when I'm riding. I listen to his show in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I saw that he was reviewing part 1 of the Von Erichs. So I was like, oh, let me stop that because I want to go back and watch it. So tomorrow morning when I'm riding around, I'm going to listen to what Jim Cornette had to say. But Kevin Von Erich, man, the stuff he went through, that boy is so strong. and he really let out some stuff that needed to be said on that jump.
Huh. Yeah, the Von Erichs, if you don't know their story, you can look it up. It's so sad that it's so depressingly sad. It seems like it's made up.
Yeah.
But it's not. Just multiple sons in the wrestling business either dying or killing themselves. Very sad story. And they made a movie about it. If you've not seen it, I would check it out. It's called The Iron Claw. Very good acting, very good movie, very sad story. The only thing that's not good about that movie is the guy who plays Ric Flair. He's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
He's really bad, but the rest of that movie is pretty damn good. And the wrestling sequences are very good, very well done.
Yeah.
The biggest star in that, Zac Efron, I think that's his name, right? Zac Efron.
I think so. Yeah.
Plays Kevin Von Erich.
Kevin Von Erich. Yeah, he did a great job, I thought.
Yeah, and they actually there's been so much tragedy in that family. They actually combined two of the dead brothers into one character to make the movie a little less sad than reality is.
Yeah, they talk about that too on the biography. Like they said, what Kevin was saying. Kevin said it was they liked the movie, but the facts in it was off a lot.
Yeah,
and he breaks that down for us.
Cool. Okay, I'd be interested to hear him talk about the movie. But yeah, very good movie to check out. The Iron Claw. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and find these A&E episodes and see about the Von Erichs. Was there a lot of like world class footage?
Yes, a lot. That's what did it for me with that one, and then with the Four Horsemen one, a lot of NWA footage, and yeah, I loved it. Brought it back. I watched all three of them this morning. I ain't care.
Nice. And speaking of wrestling TV, did you see they announced the new Dark Side of the Ring season coming up?
I did see. I don't know all the episodes what it's going to be, but I did see they announced it. I saw that right before we jumped on.
They're doing a Jeff Jarrett episode about TNA and all that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be interested in that because I followed TNA when Jeff Jarrett went over there and took over.
I forget the rest now. One is the Big Boss Man. I don't know what his dark side is. I don't know. But never heard about it. So we'll find out. But that show's great. If you've never seen it, try and find it. It's called Dark Side of the Ring. Tells some very strange and depressing stories about the world of wrestling, which thankfully nowadays is much different than it was in the 70s and the 80s.
Hell, are you caught up from last season?
Not 100%.
Okay.
But mostly.
Gotcha.
Anyways, we've talked enough, everybody. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Check us out. We will see you tomorrow night, 6:55 on X and on YouTube. We're watching JCW Lunacy. Everybody, love yourselves, love each other, and for the love of God, use your turn signals, people.
Y'all already know.
See you, Switch.
All right, bro. Get some rest, man.
Yeah, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye, everybody.